Welcome to the program. This is What's Your Story? My name is Catherine Mwangi. We're here today at the Tamarind Tree Restaurant in Langata. Thank you to the management for giving us this beautiful space to film from. Our story to cap this Women's Month. As you know, we have been featuring incredible women sharing incredible stories from their journey. And so today we have the privilege, one that is especially close to my heart, of featuring Diana Kamande, whom we found just the other day, by the way. And it was so fortunate that Charity just went online and found this woman who had just been awarded by the president on International Women's Day. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
But the reason I'm so excited about doing your story, Diana, is because, like what I was telling you before the show, you have been a victim of gender violence. And now your work with people like that, people who go through those experiences, and also widows and orphans. If I was to open your Facebook profile now, and I'm sure I will at some point, to just read all the awards that you have. Did you ever imagine, almost 7 years ago, that you would be in this space at this point in time?
I never imagined me being where I am today, but I foresaw that being vocal would have brought rescue to many people. I didn't know how, but because it's a purpose. I purposed on my hospital bed, actually, and I told myself, I think no woman should ever go through what I've gone through. It was just something dropped into my heart, and I said, no woman should ever go through what I went through.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know people are wondering, okay, hospital bed, what has she gone through? Do not worry, that's where we're going next.
Yes.
Diana, you were married a few years ago.
Yeah.
You had dreams like all of us do. Growing up, you want to meet the right person, build a home, get babies, establish a family.
Yes.
Those were your dreams too?
They were my big, big dreams. Yes.
And so it happened for you?
Yeah, it happened for me. Actually, I got married, I got my babies, and I thought we were living in a very good, happy family.
Yes.
Yes.
And this first was 2013, you said?
Yeah,
to me?
this was in 2013.
Okay.
So actually it was the 10th year
10th year of
marriage.
in 2013?
Yes.
Oh wow, you had already been married 10 years?
Yes, I got married in 2003.
3.
Yes.
And all along those 10 years, how was it?
10 years were good, according to me. But you know, like any other woman, there is that feeling of maybe you're going through something and you don't want to show it out there. You don't want to speak about it. I think I was also that type of a woman who kept quiet.
Okay.
But also because I was naive, I met my husband, who was a matatu driver, on my way to college. And it was my final year in college. So I'm here, I'm going to college. Then there is this guy who is used to give me the front seat. I call it the VIP seat.
It is,
matatu.
Yeah.
So this is the first man who even ever uttered the words, I love you.
My God.
And I keep telling people, the moment you say I love you too, either your problems start there.
Yes, yes.
So this man to me was so good and welcoming. He was kind. You know, every time he could drop me to college and give me some 200 shillings, buy lunch for yourself. And you know, in 2003, 200 bob.
Of course. And of course, that makes you feel loved.
And then you're being dropped using a matatu.
He's not allowing you to walk from the stage?
No.
No.
No. So to me, I felt, oh, this is what love is all about. But love is not all about somebody taking you to wherever you want to be driven to.
Yeah.
Love is not about somebody giving you money. I think love is more than that. And I remember I was talking to somebody who told me, and I think I also read it somewhere, that they say love is blind, but marriage opens your eyes.
Oh.
Yes. So to me, I think that was the blind part of love until I got into the house.
So a college-going girl gets treated very special by a matatu driver. Then you decide to marry him after how long?
We didn't stay for so long.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't stay for so long because you see, I was clearing, so I graduated, and then after I graduated, I think it was around November or October, and now he tells me, come visit me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go visit him, and when I visit him, he tells me, wait, it's around 4 p.m. He tells me, wait, like any other Saturday, because now when we started dating, he had never invited me to his home. But those Uhuru Park...
The dates, by the boat, on the grass.
no, it was on the grass.
Okay.
But I think that grass can give a story.
Testify.
Yeah, it can testify. So we go there, and this is the man who cannot even afford to take me to a good hotel. But here he is, he has been telling me he owns this matatu. You see, anytime you're starting a relationship, you should never build it on lies. But this one was built on lies.
Right.
But even when I came to realize, I decided to keep quiet about it. I think which was the worst thing I did for myself. So he tells me now, you need to come and visit me. You know, he knows I've cleared school, I've already graduated.
Yes.
And it was on 26th of April, 2003. I remember it was on a Saturday. And that's the day I got married. I visited for 10 years.
You were a visitor for 10 years.
Yes.
So the day you went to visit, that day one,
Day one.
you never left.
I never left because at 4 p.m. he tells me, oh, nitakusindikiza. Oh, I'll see you off. Oh, it's 7 p.m. And you know our moms, huh?
Hey, you never feared yours?
I feared, and that's why I'm like, I want to go home.
Right.
Because I know even I have to explain, where have you been the whole day? Why have you not done this? You're supposed to do this, you know, being a Saturday.
Yes.
And then Sundays we used to wake up very early in the morning, prepare for church. So it's 9 p.m. What do you have to do?
And there are no phones those days, or there are?
They were.
Yeah,
Actually,
there are.
I had the big...
Yeah,
you know
the
that-
Nokia?
no,
Or
it was
Motorola?
Motorola.
Yes.
Motorola that had a very long area that looked like a stick.
Yes.
So I have now to spend the night.
Okay.
And when you're doing the wrong things, things follow you. Because I remember even it didn't take long. No sooner than later I was pregnant.
Right.
You know, you're that naive girl. You even don't know anything.
Yeah.
And this is the first man that you have met.
Yes.
You know, like nowadays I see the young girls that we are trying to mentor, the things they know at their age, you even wonder. There are things that maybe some of us came to know them when we were in our 25,
It's true.
30s.
It's true.
So I'm here, I'm pregnant. My parents also had tried to reach out to me. Then at this point is when I realized this guy did not own the matatu.
Wait, Dan, before we go there, you had not even called mom to say, by the way.
What do you have to explain? Am
So-
I receiving her calls? Am I responding?
You're ignoring?
Hey, you know our parents.
You're brave. You are brave.
No, I just decided, let me break the communication because I thought it was a solution, and it is never a solution.
It
And
is
I keep telling the young
never.
girls outside there, even if you're wrong, like I'm a mother of girls, I'll tell even my own children, even if you're wrong, call me, I'm your mother. I'm the one who will help. So within no time now, I realized I'm pregnant. I didn't know too much, but at least I got a few friends who guided me along that way.
Yeah.
And just in 2004, this 2003, so in 2004, we get our firstborn baby.
Wow.
Yeah, you see,
Okay.
there was no time.
No, no.
Yeah, and she's a blessing, I believe, because there is no child that God will let come your way if they're not a blessing.
That's true.
So we bring up our baby and we are so happy. And then by the time the girl is just about to turn 4 years, then my husband comes with a story. You know what? I visited our doctor. And I'm like, I visited my doctor. And I'm like, okay. You know, I sit down innocently to listen. Today is when I think about it, I laugh at myself. How could a man visit a gynecologist for sure? What were you going to do there? But you see, the innocence that we were brought up in, we didn't know too much.
Yeah.
And then also that belief, like, the man knows everything.
Yes, and he's saying the truth.
And he's saying the truth,
Yes.
yeah? And you remember also love, the aspect of love is there. You love him, he's your husband, and also trust. Because when love comes in and you get married, there is also trust. So I trust him. So I'm here listening. Oh, okay, the doctor said what? The doctor said if we continue using family planning, we might end up not getting another child. Then I'm like, I even forgot the biology. Why did I go to school?
Oh my God.
So I'm here, from there, I stopped using family planning, and within no time,
A baby.
a baby. One, he had promised me that he was going to take me back to the university because I needed to continue with my education. Two, I was also to start looking for a job.
Right.
And you see, now here you are an oppressed woman, but you don't know.
You don't know it.
So these are some of the things that I'm telling you. There are things I was going through, and there are things even to a woman we are speaking to outside there, and even men, they are going through it, but they don't know.
That it is odd.
It is odd.
Or not
it is,
in order.
They are red flags, actually. They are red
That's
flags
the
in a
word.
marriage. That's the word. So for me, I didn't see them as red flags. For me, I saw love. I saw a man who cared for family. You see, the man who thinks that we might not get another baby, he's looking at our future.
Yeah.
These kids are our future.
Yes.
So for me, it was out of trust, and we just continued. But these are the things that I would like any other woman outside there, and even men, because they could be going through something. Watch out for the red flags.
Yes.
Because we are not just here to tell our story, but also to help you.
That's true.
So that you can come out of a bad relationship.
Yes.
So we just continue. I'm here, I'm pregnant, then I give birth, life is good. And now he has moved from Matatu, he has gotten another better job. You know, I came to know it was not his. So he has gotten another better job, and we are doing well. In a few years, he's even driving.
Is there at any one point in time he said, let's go see your mom?
No.
No.
Actually, he never told me. It's me who told him. And it's something that I've explained even in my book.
Yeah.
So that I could learn about his insecurities, it's my mom who saw. But me, I never knew that they were insecurity. And even I remember telling my mom, you don't know he loves us. Because I'm the one who has come up with the idea. You know, when I was pregnant with my first child, I mended my ways with my parents. I went back home, mended my ways with my parents. And, you know, you need
now
blessings.
you're a mother.
Yeah, I needed blessings for myself and for my children and even for my family. But there was this particular time that I came to see the insecurity because my mother told me, but I never took any, you know the way you don't take things serious.
Yes. And what was the insecurity?
I told him we were going home and we were going to spend the night at home. You see, it's been long, you need to go see your parents, and also they see the grandparents, and also they spend the night together with the grandmother and the grandfather. And we had visitors at home. So we go home, and in the evening, he comes for us.
And he knew you were going to spend the night?
Yes, we had agreed. And I hear the firstborn girl shouting outside there, hey, daddy, daddy. And I'm like, oh, kwani he was coming. But I didn't have a problem with that. So my mother calls me to the kitchen and asks me, you told me you were going to spend. And now he says, because when he came and they were chatting with the daughter outside there, I could hear him tell the daughter that I've come for you people. Like, and you know, I had told my mother we were spending. You know, now my mother looks at me and maybe feels like, oh, we are on double standards, or what is happening. So my mother now tells me, you have to watch out. You know, when men start doing these things, maybe they feel insecure. Now she's telling me from using mother tongue, and I'm, Mom, wewe. You know, when a man loves you and loves his family, he can even decide to come, because I think he felt atakuwa bored in the house. So he has missed us, and I tried to pin my mother down. But as a mother, I know she knew definitely something maybe was wrong somewhere, and this girl cannot see it. So we finished up everything and we went. Because you see, he has come, he has said he has come for us. What could I have done? Yeah, so we went. And I think this trend continued, and even he introduced it now in church. Anytime he could come to church, he sees the usher. Maybe I went to church ahead of him. he sees the usher standing somewhere, he could come and stand next to me because there is someone sitting next to me, so that the ushers now came to learn that anytime there was somebody sitting next to me, this person had to be moved so that he can sit next to me.
And that time you didn't know he was coming to church to book for him a seat?
No, he has not told me. Maybe he had traveled and I think he needs to rest.
Okay.
Yeah, so for me, I just chose, acha ninyamaze.
And no,
And
but these things would look normal to us.
You see, for me, actually, I was like, kwani these other women are not loved by husbands.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, and he could do this. He could, you see now he even got a car and he could drop me, we leave the house together, drop me at the entrance of the office. And then you get to the office, you're just on phone call. He calls you and makes you busy that you cannot even get time to talk to other colleagues. And then lunchtime, he tells you, he was working in Lavington, I was working in town. And he's like, I am coming to buy for you lunch. So he brought me to the office doorstep. And then he leaves, we are on phone.
Talking.
He's coming for lunch, so many things. But there was so much that he was also hiding from me. And these are some of the things now I came to realize. Actually, I came to realize he had another family after 10 years. I think that's what insecure people do.
My God.
Because they know what they are doing behind the curtains.
Yes.
And now they want just to put you, yani, they don't want to give you a breathing space. So for me, you know, you are a young girl. You're still in your 20s. Hey, this guy really loves me. Yeah, he came for lunch. But actually, my colleagues in office, one of my very good friends to date, she still reminds me and tells me, hey, and the way we have eaten those lunch, when we are joking about this story, and she tells me, hey, and the way he used to buy us lunch. Hey, God. People loved him in office. And you see, some of these people, what they will do, they will make sure even the closest people to you, they don't know what type of a person he or she is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they try to cover it up.
With
So
love.
They come, Kathy, let's go for lunch together with my wife. And the day I tell you something has been happening or he hit me, you'll be like,
Who?
Who?
What did you do?
Can he? Yeah, actually, that's what, and that's a mistake. We always ask the survivor or the victim, what had they done? Kwani, what should somebody do for them to deserve?
Yes.
To be physically abused, financially abused, spiritually abused, or even sexually.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't even find that question right to ask any survivor or any victim.
Yes.
And also because they are women. The statistics outside there show us women suffer the most because of their gender.
Yeah.
So this one continued, but let me tell you one of the things. This man never hit me, even a single day.
In those 10 years?
In the 10 years, he had never raised his hand on me.
So you pause there. We are coming back. From a man who loved his woman by doing all of these acts to just put her in a certain space for her not to realize what the truth is, would never hit her, to one who not only hit her, but stabbed her several times, to the point she was hospitalized. And something also happened to him. Don't go too far. After the break, we continue to unravel Diana Kamande's story.
He called my dad and told my dad, Mzee, I have killed your daughter. I won't kill the children and then kill myself. You know that audacity of telling my father you don't care, you've done the wrong thing. You know, that's not even how you break news to someone's parents. Then all of a sudden, he opens the bedroom door. Thank God I pretended I was dead.
Yeah.
Because if he was to close it, I would not be having any children today.
Welcome back. This is What's Your Story. We are having an incredible conversation with Diana Kamande. She's showing us the red flags in her relationship, which, by the way, apply to all of us. All of us. It's not just an exclusive thing to you. You're saying some things, and even for me, I'm like, hiya, hiya. You mean it is not love?
Yeah.
It is manipulation, you know? So before the break, you said in 10 years, this man had never hit you even once.
So this man who has never hit me now, in 2013, now 10 years later, on 19th of April, we leave for work very well. In the morning, we even chatting. He's the one who opens the car door for me. And you know, he used to do it. And you know, I'm still young, I feel so loved. Even the women.
Opening car doors.
Yes, and carrying my handbag from the house. I never used to carry my handbag. My neighbors can tell you. The ones who used to be my neighbors that time. He could carry my handbag, open the car door for me. I'm telling you, I lived in another world. I was in the world, but
above it.
Floor, second floor of the world.
Yeah.
So we are here planning and going for work together. He leaves me at my workplace and he proceeds. But remember, he had also set a rule, and a rule that I was so comfortable with, and it was also another red flag. That when I'm moving from point A, if I'm moving from here going to town, I had to notify him. For me, I thought he was caring. Yeah, so it was the next move rule. I call it the next move rule, but I was not, I didn't see anything bad in it. His intentions were wrong, but for me, I thought he's okay. He's the man of the house. He loves me. He's just concerned. He's taking care of me. So I notify him. I go to church. We prepare, you know, those preparations for the wedding in church and everything, and we are women. So I'm supposed to go back home so that I can prepare the girls. We iron the clothes. We needed in church the next day very early in the morning, because he never allowed his daughters to ever go spend with the bride. So when I'm coming to board a matatu, I forgot to tell him
that I'm leaving church now.
Yeah, he's here. Uko wapi? Oh, you know, anytime you forgot something, you're supposed to start with sorry. And that was a rule now. And if you tell him without using the word sorry, it would now be a story. So I had already gotten used to that. So I apologized first. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to call you. Actually, I just boarded a matatu. I'm going home. I think, you know, the way you as women, you start explaining. I think it's because I'm running up and down. So, yeah. And he says, it's okay. What are you cooking for dinner tonight? I told him the girls had asked for rice and beans. And a very rare question. I think for those 10 years, he never asked for what we were cooking, but he ever proposed.
Okay.
But it was why he did. But I said, it's okay.
Yeah.
So he asked for meat, fried meat and ugali.
Okay.
So I have to cook two meals. So I go get my house help there, and we start helping each other. I've come with the meat and we prepare very nice food. And the girls, because they are so eager, they even want to eat very early in the morning, you know, they just want the next day to come.
And go for the wedding.
Yeah. So we have just finished cooking and everything is ready. Then the man comes. He knocks, bangs the door, and I'm like, you remember those days when police would come doing their msako? I'm like, who is this person? Because I could see through the mirror. Then he moved a bit, and then I saw it was him. I'm like, what is happening? And the girls, as usual, they knew his time. So they are here, they're behind me, and they're daddy, daddy. I'm like, who told you it's daddy? Then I saw it was him, and I kept quiet. I opened the door. And he comes in, he didn't greet us. It was his norm. Anytime he came, he could greet us. He could not go to the bedroom and start asking the house help. Have they done their homework? Have they showered? He was so concerned with the girls. So he tells the girls, can you go away? And you know, they have never seen this, they have never heard this.
Yes.
So they cling to me. And you know, we are told, being a wise woman, you will always hide what is happening in your house.
Yes.
But I keep telling people, don't.
Okay.
Don't hide, because it can become bad, and then you start regretting why you never spoke about it. The kids are also sent away again. You know, whenever I'm going there, they are so curious. They follow me. So he comes. We had, now my house help had started ironing clothes. Now there were clothes she had put on a couch like this, and now I stood there, started folding the clothes as I was facing the wall.
Right.
So my house help is on another couch, and she's facing the way you're facing. No, she's the one who is seeing him coming. Me, I'm facing the wall.
Yes.
So she's the one who tells me, Mama, praise. I've seen Baba Praise pick all the keys, and he's not talking. So we are here, we are locked. But for me, I don't know what happened. I never foresaw something bad coming to happen. So we finish everything, and here we are. The children pray, they go to bed, and my house help also gives me company, and now she wants to go to sleep. So it's at this time I now write him, I call him. I called him 3 times, he never responded. So I decided, let me write him a text message. It's like I told him, now come. Because I went direct to the bedroom, and I said, let me sleep, because the door is open, he can access, and he has the keys. I slept like a baby. I was woken up by something that was very warm. You see these scars on my face? I was woken up by something that was very warm, and I felt very pain. It was very painful. My mind told me this is a thief who has broken into the house. It was not him. I just told myself, yani, these thieves are waiting for my husband to go, and then they come. These thieves are using the torch at the back of the mobile phone. So I decided, let me reach out on the table, on the bedroom table, call him, take my phone, call him, tell him the thieves have come. Something else told me, no, put on the lights using the bed switch so that you can negotiate with the thieves. They take everything they want, they can take the electronics, you can give them the money you have, and they leave you. Putting on the lights, it was my shock of the year. I saw it was him carrying a Maasai sword that had already blood on it, and he's the one who was using the mobile phone light. I asked him, why are you doing this to me? And he told me, we are going to die, all of us in this house. I'm killing you, kill the children, and then kill myself. I thought it was a lie. I sat down on the bed, and he took the sword and now started cutting me on the head. You see, even this part of my ear, if you can see, it was fixed in the hospital. He cut my ear. My ear was like this. It was into 2 pieces. And then the truth started dawning on me. Oh, this man wants to kill me. You see, the truth had not dawned, and this is why I was telling you, when a woman loves, you love with all your heart, even when you're going through pain. And this is why you'll find some of the women, they are going through pain in their marriages, in their relationships, and they don't want to quit. Because women believe in something that I really don't encourage. They believe, if I continue submitting, if I continue playing a good wife, he will change. You can never change somebody that you met when he was a grown-up, or you met when she was a grown-up. You can never. So I'm here, I go now under the bed. I hide there, I play dead. No more shouting, no more screaming, and now I hear him. He took his phone, called my mother-in-law, and told, Mommy, I've killed your daughter. I want to kill the grandchildren, then kill myself. Prepare for graves. Second phone call was to his employer, and he told her, and this is a woman during his burial, because I was brought the video. I didn't attend the burial. I was brought the video. This is a woman who denied the phone call, but she was told, get another employee, because I've killed my wife, I'll kill the children, and then kill myself. No, the third phone call, remembering how I had left home, my relationship with parents, it's the call that really made me shiver while under the bed. He called my dad and told my dad, Mzee, I have killed your daughter. I want to kill the children and then kill myself. You know that audacity of telling my father you don't care, you've done the wrong thing. You know, that's not even how you break news to someone's parents. Then all of a sudden, he opened the bedroom door. Thank God I pretended I was dead.
Yeah.
Because if he was to close it, I would not be having any children today.
How did you, wait a minute. So he stabbed you with a sword?
He was cutting me.
He was like, the way we cut meat?
You see these cuts, huh? These ones, there is this one on the forehead.
Yeah.
It's 9 years down the line, so they're fading away.
Yeah.
And on my head.
How many stabs?
In total, face and head, there were 21.
21?
Yes.
Cuts?
21 cuts.
So you were bleeding?
So I'm bleeding, profusely bleeding. So because I pretended I was dead, now he opens the bedroom door and now goes to the kitchen. I knew he went to the kitchen because now I'll find him with a knife. Goes to the kitchen and now heads to the children's bedroom.
Right.
The next thing I hear is my daughter shouting, asking for help. Uwe, daddy, usituue. I'm like, I would rather die than my children. So I came from my hiding place very fast. Thank God at this time, my house help had remembered. Remember when I was told to come cook meat, I was cooking rice. I came and put my handbag under the dining table with the mind that I'm going to go with it to the bedroom when I go to freshen up. I forgot. The beauty of everything was I had a spare key of my own I used to carry in my bag. So when my house girl had all this commotion and the screams, I'm shouting for help, she goes and finds everywhere locked.
So, oh my gosh.
So the only thing that will help us is this spare key in my handbag.
And she remembered.
She remembered.
Ah.
So when she remembered and she saw the bag, she removed everything. I remember everything was on the dining table as she was trying to look for the keys. So my house girl is outside there now trying to make calls. She's totally confused. She didn't remember to go out with the kids. So she's making calls to my people now. So I find now my husband here with a knife. My daughter is already made to sleep facing up, and he was just about to stab her. So I get him. My house girl had called, and my sister and my brother-in-law, and I thank God for them, and especially my sister, because she was from CS section. She had just gone through a CS section to get a baby. Less than 2 weeks, I think, or it was just about 2 weeks, because she was new, and she was a new mom. So they get in, and no negotiations. So when I'm here, just gotten in, because my children are screaming, then he points me using the knife. So you are not dead. And because he was so angry, he had harbored a lot of anger in him. And he starts shivering and the knife falls down. My sister and my brother-in-law gets to my daughter's bedroom. I felt a sigh of relief now. At least my kids will not die. And then as a mother, I would rather die than my children. I've seen my children. I know they have a future. Why do you want to kill them? So my brother-in-law picks my big daughter, and my sister struggles to carry the young one. Remember, she is also having her own struggles. So as we are stepping out, then my brother-in-law tells me, I have overbled. Try to support yourself on the wall. My kids are really clinging on him. My daughter is clinging on him. He cannot be able to help me. Yeah. But at least because they found me in this room, so he expects to, maybe I have some strength remaining. So I try to support myself on the wall, and immediately they step outside the living room door. Then my husband grabbed me from now behind. You are pretending you are dead. Now we are going to die, 2 of us in this house. He takes the same sword and now wants to cut me on the neck. That's how I blocked. You see this? I blocked using this hand. So you see the way you're trying to struggle to block, and now he cuts me. You see this part of my arm, when I was going to the hospital, it was hanging down. You see here? I don't have bones. These are metal fitted here, because he cut me and he spoiled this bone. I don't know how it's called. Then now he cut me. You see all these? All these are metal plates. This. You see now the way you trying to block. Up to here to the elbow, I have 7 metal plates on this hand. And now because he's so bitter, my brother-in-law realizes I'm not in their company. And he mobilizes the neighbors, but they don't want to come. One man joined him. And now this man is the one who comes. And now at this time, he pierces my right side breast. And my brother-in-law is so angry and asks him, why are you doing this to my sister? And he cuts my brother-in-law on his hand. So my brother-in-law, thank God he had not come alone, he leaves. So it is this man who now tells him, try to do that which you're doing. I'm going to lobby the neighbors and we are going to do exactly what you want to do to Diana. And then when we are leaving, because this man now helps me, the last thing I ever heard from him, and I don't think I'll ever hear from him again, it was, go die in the hospital, I'm dying in this house. Those were the final words I ever heard from him. So at this time, because my parents were called, my dad is coming, my brother is coming, so they come and they find me at the dispensary. So I cannot make decisions at this point. My dad and my brother makes decision that we are going to take her to a better hospital as the nurse has advised. So as we are going, I hear my father say, it's here. So that was at Grunanak Hospital. It's where I got help. First aid again, scans, And they realized at this point he had interfered with 5 critical nerves in my head. Because you see the way he was cutting me on the head, it's like the way maybe the way a cabbage grows in the farm and you decide to cut it. So he was cutting me, and nobody cuts you carefully, so I cannot say carefully. So he was just cutting me anyhowly. So he had interfered with 5 critical nerves in the head. I needed to be fitted with metal plates. He has pierced me on my right side breast. So I'm left here, and the only thing I'm depending on now, it was God and the doctors. So close to 7 hours under the knife, I go through a head surgery, and I come out whole. Coming back to my, my hospital bed, I still have a sling on my hand as we wait now for an orthopedic. Coming back to my hospital bed, I'm sitting there, and the next thing is a phone call. Oh, you killed our son. That's how now I come to realize he died. But inside the hospital room, there was a police officer who had come to break the news to me, but he came and found I already had the news. Because immediately before the police officer was ushered in, because she was in my room, she stepped out and now she came back. There is this family friend of ours who was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I heard everything that happened, but now it told me in Swahili, but usijali alijimada. So you see, I have information. And now the phone calls, the text messages, I was called anything and everything that can be, any word, any harsh word. Here outside there, they call them curse words. Any curse word that could have been sent to me, it was sent on text, and to a point that the doctors decided to take away my phone.
Who was sending these messages?
From my in-laws now, because he committed suicide. Immediately we left. I think when he learned I survived, I don't know how, he committed suicide.
How did he kill himself?
He stabbed himself. He used the same knife he wanted to use on the children. He pierced himself on the stomach and cut down or through the small intestines. But this is a report I got from the investigating officers. They're the ones who told me. After now, I came from hospital when I was writing my final statement. But I thank God that everything that happened, everything including the court process, everything was so smooth, and I came out. I don't call myself a winner. I said God vindicated me, and God just decided to show the other part of me. Then now, leaving the hospital bed, I lost my job. When I needed my job the most, I lost my job. Catherine, I felt like death was the best thing, but I never chose death. I just said, I just want to live this life, that one day somebody will look at me and get hope. And I said, all this that is happening to me, how many women go through this? How many children, because just their mother was told she killed their father, just their mother went through domestic violence. How many children are going through this? And I said, I'm just going to step up. I didn't know how I was going to step up, but I said, let me step up.
Yeah.
So I just invited a group of women to my house, and my house became too small because I invited 15. Instead of coming 15, they came 25. And I'm like, kwani hizi mashida ni mingi hivi? I thought I was the only one, because for me, it was just about we sit down, we share, we pour on each other, we share our grief, we share our loss, we share our stories. I came to realize there is power in telling your story. Then the group grew from 25 to 33, 33 to 60 something, and it kept on multiplying. You know, women, they can tell news.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me just continue doing what I want to do. So the organization now started to grow, and people started to hear about it. And now going to the government, one of these is one of the person that I give credit to. There are two women I give credit to every time, because I always say, give credit to someone when she's still alive and when she still can hear about this. I give credit to Principal Secretary Zainab Hussein. This is a woman who read my story on papers, came looking for me. By that time, she was not even in government. She was in private sector. And she came and told me everything. Actually, even she sponsored our website.
Wow.
When our website was being made, she's the one who sponsored it. I know she cannot remember. She is even the person who gave me first rent of the office.
Wow.
And she told me, Diana, this is good work. Now she comes to, now the head of state elevates the gender to become a full state department. And she's given the PS. She's appointed at the PS.
Oh.
This is how the widows work, and the work we do got itself to the government.
I see.
And she told me, Diana, you need to work with Uwezo Fund, you need to work with Women Enterprise
Yes.
Fund, you need to work with various women representatives. Then this
second
time
woman.
is now a woman politician
Okay,
that I
okay.
really admire, and
All
she
right.
has done a lot of work. People may not know, but I've given her credit all the time. Here comes Honorable Rachel Shebesh, a very passionate woman in women issues. And I was sending her messages even as early as 3 a.m. And she was like, what is this thing about widows? And we invited her for a breakfast. I can tell you, for the hours she spent with us, she was just crying. There is power in telling stories. She could listen to the stories of these women. That time she didn't have anything. There was no affirmative action fund kitty. And now when the affirmative action fund kitty came, I remember her county manager calling me and told me, Diana, Mheshimiwa is getting this amount of money for Nairobi, and she has said widows must be in the picture. Widows must benefit.
Wow.
The very first affirmative action fund we received was from Honorable Rachel Shebesh. And she gave us a huge amount of money that she never gave to another group.
Yeah.
She gave us 300,000 to start us off. I've seen those women grow. I've seen those women doing things. Today, I think if she comes to the crowd, the women that maybe could have been here and there looking for her to give her some 100, to give them 100 shillings, 200 shillings, today they are doing their businesses. They have come up with technical training institutions, though they are on our own.
Yeah.
We know we have TVETs by government, but we have our own tailoring schools, we have our own dry cleaning centers. There are those who have even come up and joined Matatu industry from the 300,000 shillings they were given. There are those who are doing border borders.
Wow.
They bought border borders. They have established a stage of their own as women. You know that pride that you feel like a woman.
Yeah.
And that you see, this is all that we are achieving. And you say, oh my God.
Yeah.
And now, to add an icing to this cake, now Honorable Shebesh becomes the CAS in the Ministry of Public Service Agenda. And she introduces me to Honorable Kobia.
Wow.
And now Professor Kobia picks it up, takes it up and becomes I think it will be her legacy, working with widows. And now here we are, as we speak, Honorable Kobia's brainchild was, what can I leave for the widows? Something that is going to take them to the next level, and they work honorably and have dignity. We have Thamini, special loan for widows. So when I see these milestones, when I see we are working closely also with FIDA, I cannot forget about that. It is about legal issues when it comes to widows and women who are going through gender violence. You cannot separate these issues of women with legal part of it. So here FIDA is with us, and FIDA gives us pro bono services. We have gone across this country and also visited even the widows of conflict, the Elgeyo Marakwet, the West Pokot, the Turkana, the Baringo Tiati, and this one now was brought by Honorable J.B. Kilimo when she came to the ministry, and you know she's a fighter.
Yes, she's a firebrand.
She's a firebrand, another strong woman.
So when women watching you hear you talk about how your organization has come through for them, and someone watching is like, how do I reach Diana? Tell them.
For you to reach me, actually, I'm on all social medias. The other day, my daughters told me I need to be on TikTok. So I'm on all social media platforms. I use my real names. You go to LinkedIn, Diana Kamande, because of the title I was given first by His Excellency the President, Diana Kamande HSC. On Facebook, Diana Kamande HSC. Instagram, Diana_Kamande HSC. Twitter, Come Together _we. And also Diana Kamande HSC. TikTok, of course, I've been introduced by this young generation, Diana Kamande. And also we have our office number, 0702 577 477. 0702 577 477. So they can reach out to us through that number.
And Diana has a book that's out. This, I think it's not just out now, but she authored a book after that experience, Scars of Honor. And I like how you're holding a crown here.
Yes.
If people wanted this book, how can they?
They can still call that number.
Oh, the same number.
Yes, we are still making arrangements with bookshops, and also I'm still making arrangements for it to be on Amazon.
Yeah.
But if you call that number, we will send you this book wherever it is.
Yeah.
And actually, after its launch, we have even been able to send, I think, over 300 copies to diaspora.
Wow.
So we can send you wherever you are. And God has favored me and given me friends. Sometimes I find my diaspora friends in Kenya and they ask me, do you have somebody who needs books we can carry and take them to diaspora for you? So we have means to send the books.
Yes.
Anytime you need it, reach out to us.
Her story is there. So if you feel like you need to know more, the details of what happened, this is the book you need to get, because this show is only 45 minutes long and we can only talk about it, for so long.
Yes.
But this has all the details.
It has all the details.
All the details.
Yes.
So when someone listens to your story, they're like, if you manage to overcome that, then so can I.
Sure.
So can I. And I always tell people, don't die alone. Don't struggle or suffer alone. Diana is doing immense work with widows, with orphans, and with victims of gender violence, male or female.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So don't die alone, and don't allow depression to flood you. Just reach out and just say, I'm going through this, and let her take it from there.
Yeah.
Let her take it from there, because she went through it, she'll understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
Diana, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
First I'm glad that you survived that experience, and that experience was there to make sure that other women and men don't have to go through the same.
True.
So I'm grateful that you realize that now, and you've been awarded extensively.
Thank you.
And we celebrate you as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for watching. The show goes up on YouTube right after this, and there's a repeat on Tuesday at 11 p.m. Should you have any questions for us or for Diana, you got the number. If you didn't, reach out to us as well. We shall link you up directly without any red tape. Until next week, take care of yourselves, and God bless you.
Welcome to Tamarind Tree Hotel. My name is John Musau. I'm the hotel general manager. Tamarind Tree Hotel is part of the larger Tamarind Group, which comprises of the Carnival, Kengeles, Tamarind Mombasa, Tamarind in Karen, and the new addition to the group called the Tattoo restaurant in Tattoo City. Please, if you have any kind of event, Tamarind Tree is the place to go, because we are not in town. We are out of town and not in town. So you can combine nature and city at the same time. Karibuni Tamarind Tree Hotel for all your events and conferencing.